So in this video, we are trying to solve the first question in number sense of the Olympiad workbook of class 4. So the first question is 100 tenths. Before we go there, let's understand in our number system, each digit has a place value. Let's write down some basic place values. First one is unit, okay, which is represented by 1. Then you have tens, which is represented by 10. Then you have hundreds, which is represented by 100. And then you have thousands, which is represented by 1000. Now let's use this as a reference in our current expression, which is the question 100 tenths. So let's write down the 100 in the question as it is, and then the place value here mentioned is tenths, which is represented by 10 as explained. So we will multiply it by 10, which gives us, so since you are multiplying it by 10, you will add another 0 to the expression, which is 100, followed by one more 0, which gives us 1000. The correct answer is 1000, which is option number D. Let's look at the question 2 of number sense. For this question, they have given a direction which reads as using digits 9, 0, 5, 2, 4 each only once. Answer the following question. Smallest 5-digit number formed is. Here are our options. So let's analyze the direction. For that, since it's the smallest number that we need to find, we need to write down the numbers 9, 0, 5, 2, 4 in ascending order. So let's write down the numbers in the ascending order. The smallest number being 0. Next, the next smallest number is 2, and then we have 4, and then we have 5, and finally we have 9. So when we write these numbers in ascending order, we get 0, 2, 4, 5, 9. But a number cannot start with 0, right? The first impression is option C could be the right answer. But the analysis for this question is a number cannot start with 0. So let's write down the next digit after 0, which is 2. Since we did not start the number with 0, we can write down 0 as our next option, and then the next digit, smallest digit, which is 4, the next smallest digit, which is 5, and then the largest digit 9. So the result that we get is 20459, which is option number A, which is the correct answer. So let's look at the question number 3 of number sense class 4. The question here is largest 5-digit number having 0 at tens place formed is. Before that, we have directions that have been given, which says using digit 9, 0, 5, 2, 4 each only once. Answer the following question. So since it's the largest 5-digit number that we need to find, what we need to do is we need to construct a number which is using all the numbers 9, 0, 5, 2, 4 and is the largest number. For that, we need to write the numbers in descending order. Let's first write down all the numbers in descending order, which is 9, and then the biggest number is 5, and then the biggest number is 4, then it's 2, and it's 0. So if we just see the following number, we feel the answer B is correct. But the question, if you read it carefully, says largest 5-digit number having 0 in the tens place. So now we need to make sure that 0 is always in the tens place. Let's reconstruct the question with 0 in the tens place. So let's write 9 and then 5 and then leave this space and then write 0 which is in the tens place and a dash. Okay, now any number that we form here, 0 is always going to be in tens place. The two numbers that are left is 4 and 2. Let's write this 4 and 2 in descending order. So here we get 4 and 2, which gives us the answer for the question is option A. Here 0 is in the tens place and it's still the largest 5-digit number formed by the given numbers. Let's look at the question number 4 in number sense. To be able to solve this problem based on abacus, from the following figures, the number shown on the abacus is, okay, to solve this problem, we need to find out the number of beads representing a place value in the given abacus. Let's write from left to right. This is lakhs, this is 10,000, this is thousand, this is 100, this is tens, and this is ones. So let's count the beads in the lakhs section. Here you have first bead, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So the number of beads in lakhs position is 5. And then if you go to the 10,000s position, it is 2. And at the thousands position, if you see, there are no beads, so we write it as 0. And then at the 100th position, you have 1 and 2, which is 2 beads. And then you have at the tens position, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beads. So let's write it at the tens position. And in the ones place, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 beads in the ones position. So the interpretation of the image based on abacus is 520275, which is our option number A. Look at the question number 5 of number sense. The question is the greatest 4-digit number with all digits different and 5 at hundreds place. So here, if you see the question, there are two conditions. First thing is all digits have to be different and 5 should be in the hundreds place. Okay, let's look at our options and try to eliminate options that do not comply to this condition. All digits different. If you see here in option number 1, 9 is repeating 3 times. So we can rule out option number A from our list of answers. If you see option number B, all the numbers are unique, but 5 is not at the hundreds place. The hundreds place is 8. But according to the question, the hundreds place has to be 5. So we can rule out option number B. If you see question number D, here you have again all numbers to be different, but 5 is not in the numbers hundreds place. We can rule out option number D. We are left with the correct answer, which is option number C, 9, 5, 8, 7. So instead of really finding out the largest number, you can use an option of elimination that do not comply to the condition and find out the correct answer. So let's look at the question number 6 from number sense. So here we have to find the expanded form of 84926. What is expanded form? Expanded form is sum of each digit multiplied by its place values. So let's find out the place values of each of these digits 84926. Okay, let's first find out the place value of 8. 8 is in 10,000s position. So here if you see, it's ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000. 8 is in 10,000th position. So let's multiply 8 with 10,000. Okay, which gives us 80,000. So if you want to solve this question quickly, even at the first stage, you can see at the options, the only option that has 80,000 is option B. But let's, for the sake of solving the entire question, let's solve the entire question. Okay. Now let's look at the place value of 4. 4 is in the thousands place. Okay. So let's write 4 into 1000, which gives us 4000. Now the next number is 9. 9 multiplied by 1's, 10's, 100. So the next value, the place value of 9 is 100. So 9 multiplied by 100 is 900. Now let's look at the place value of 2. The place value of 2 is tens. It's in the tens place. So 2 times 10, which gives us 20. And lastly, the place value of 6. 6 is in the units place or the ones place, which is 1, which gives us 6. Now to find the expanded form, we need to add each of this, which is 80,000 plus 4,000 plus 900 plus 26 plus 20 plus 6, which gives us the correct answer, which is option number B. So let's look at the question number 7 of number sense. Here the question is compare and fill in the given box. So if you can see, here we have numbers in the Roman number system, which is D, C, C, L, X, V, which is either equal to, greater than, less than, or can't be determined, to the number C, D, L, X, X, I. Okay, so let's find out the number format from the Roman numbers. So the first Roman number that has been given is D, C, C, L, X, V. What we can do is write the equivalent number of each Roman number and add them up to find out the value of this Roman number. The number value of D is 500 and C is 100. Then again you have C, which is going to be 100. Then you have L, which is 50. After L you have X, which is 10. And then you have V, which is 5. So let's add this up. 500 plus 100 is 600. 600 plus 100 is 700. 700 plus 50 is 750. Plus 10 is 760. Plus 5 is 765. This is the value of your first Roman number. Now let's write the second Roman number, which is C, D, L, X, X, and I. Okay. The value of C here is 100, and the value of D is 500. Since the value of D is 500, which is greater than C, you need to make sure you subtract this number, and it's going to be 500 minus 100. The value of C and D together is going to be 400. Then the value of L, which is going to be 50. Then the value of X, which is 10. And then the value of X again, which is 10. And then plus 1 plus 1. Let's add this up. 400 plus 50 is 450, plus 10 is 460, plus 10 is 470, and then you have 1 and 1. So it's 472. Now if you look at these two numbers, it's 765, which is greater than 472. Our answer is option B. Make sure you remember all the Roman numbers to be able to solve these questions correctly. Let's look at the question number 8 from number sense. Here the question is, in number 27895, which of the following digit has same place value and face value? So there is a number that is given. We need to find the place value and the face value. Let's write the number. It's 27895. Okay, and now let's find out the face value of every number and the place value. Let's start with 2. Okay, the face value, let's represent it with FV. Face value of this number is 2 because that's 2. Now the place value, let's write it as PV. Place value is, it's in the ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000s position. So we write 2 times 10,000. Okay. Now let's, which is equal to 20,000. Now let's go to the next number. The next digit here is 7. The face value of the number is 7, and it's in the ones, tens, 100, thousands place. So the place value of this number is going to be 7 times 1000, which is going to be 7,000. Let's go to the next digit, which is 8. So the face value is going to be 8, and the place value is going to be ones, tens, 100. So it's going to be 8 times 100, which is going to be 800. Now let's go to the next digit. The face value is 9. The place value is ones, tens. So 9 times 10, which is equal to 90. Let's see the final digit. The final digit is 5. The face value of the digit is 5. The place value of the digit is 5 times, since 5 is in the ones position, 1, which is equal to 5. Now if you see each of the digits, the face value is 2, but the place value is 20,000. Here the face value is 7, the place value is 7,000. For the next digit, the face value is 8, place value is 800. For the digit 9, the face value is 9, but the place value is 90. Looking at our last digit, which is 5, the face value is 5 and the place value is also 5. So our correct answer is option C. So let's look at the question number 9 from number sense. Here, if you see, the question is, which of the following option shows the given numbers arranged in descending order? Descending order means the largest number to the smallest number. Okay, so let's first write down the numbers, our value for P, Q, R, S. Let's write the numbers, which is 38750, and then you have 38075, and then you have 38705, and finally you have 38775. Let's write these numbers in descending order. If you see, the bigger number here is S, which is, let's write it in descending order. Here the number is going to be 38775, and then the next number is going to be P, which is 38750, and the next number is going to be the number R, which is 38705. Finally, the value of Q, which is 38075. Now we have listed all our numbers in a descending order. Let's write the alphabets that represent these numbers. For 38775, the alphabet is S. For 38750, the alphabet is P. For 38705, the alphabet is R. For 38075, the alphabet is Q. So the correct order for descending order for these numbers is S, P, R, Q, which is our option number B. Let's look at question number 10 from number sense, mathematical reasoning. Here the question is, if we need to convert the number into a numeric form, which is 56,450 is same as. So we need to first convert this into a numerical form. Let's for that, what we need to do is find the place values and find the number. So if you see, the first number is 56, or you can write it as 5 into 1000 and 6 into 5 into 50,000 and 6 into 1000, or as I write this, 56 into 1000, which gives us 56,000, and then you have 400, which is 4 times the place value of 4, which is 100, which gives us 400, and the last one is 50, so which is 5 into place value of 5, which is 10, which gives us 50. When you add this up, you have 56,000 plus 400 plus 50, which gives us 56,450. So the numerical form of this question is 56,450, which is option B. Let's look at this question number 11 from number sense, mathematical reasoning. If you see the question, it says, if the number 25,468, which is 25468, the digits of at the thousands place and tens place are interchanged, then the original number is dash the new number. Let's first write down the original number. Okay, let's represent it with O and write down the original number, which is 2, 5, 4, 6 and 8. And let's write down the place values of each of these digits. So here 8 is at the units place or ones place, 6 is at the tens place, 4 is at the hundreds place, 5 is at the thousands place, and 2 is at the 10,000s place. Now, if you read the question, they say digit at the thousands place. The digits at the thousandth place is 5, and tens place, the digit at the tens place is 6, are interchanged. So after interchanging the numbers, the new number formed is, let's represent with n, it reads as 2, and now we need to replace 5 with the tens digit. The face value of tens digit is 6, and then we write 4 as it is, and then at tens place we need to write the face value of the thousands place, which is 5, and then 8, which is our units place. So the new number formed is 26458 after we interchange 6 and 5 from thousands and tens portion. So the original number is this, the new number is this. Now the question is, then the original number is dash the new number, which is either greater than, smaller than, equal to, or can't be determined. So let's write the original number first, which is 25468, and the new number here, which is 26458. If you see, the original number is smaller than the new number, which is less than or smaller than. So our option B is correct, which is smaller than. Let's look at question number 12. Here the question says the number on the hat shows the best estimate of which of the following numbers. So let's look at the number on the hat. The number on the hat says 300. And let's look at our options. So option A is 195. The closest estimate of 195 is 200. So 195 is 200. For 20, the closest estimate is 0. For 205, the closest estimate is 200 again. So option D is 305. The closest estimate is going to be 300. So based on the given number on the hat, the closest estimate is going to be option D, 305. Now let's look at question number 13 of the number sense. If you see the question reads as, which of the following statement is correct? And the options are P, which is 2709, Q, which is 2799, R, which is 2750, and S, which is 2790. So what we need to do first is write these options P, Q, R, S either in the ascending order or the descending order. So let's write these in ascending order for now. Okay. So let's look for the smallest number. The smallest number here, if you can see, is R 2709, which is P. Okay. Now the next smallest number is 2750, which is R. So let's write down 2750, which is R. Okay. Now the next smallest number is the next number is going to be S, which is 2790, which is larger than R, which is S. And the biggest number here is Q, which is 2799. Now that we have arranged all our numbers in ascending order, let's check each of the statements for it to be true or false. P is the option A is P is the largest among all the numbers. Based on our evaluation, we have found out that P is the smallest number and not the largest number. So we can mark this as incorrect or false, right? S is smallest among all the numbers. If you see S, the value of S is 2790, which is not the smallest of all, because the smallest of all is P, 2709. So this statement is also false. Now let's go to option C. P is the smallest of all numbers. The value of P is 2709, which is how we started our ascending order, which is a correct statement that says that. So this is going to be true. Let's look at the final option, which is R is the largest among all the numbers. But R is not the largest. 2750 is not the largest number. 2799, which is Q, is the largest number. So let's mark this as also false. So based on our evaluation, we found out the correct option is option C. Let's look at the next question, which is question number 14 of number sense, mathematical reasoning. If you see the question reads as which of the following is meaningless. If you see all four options are in Roman numbers. So first we need to convert Roman numbers into numericals. Let's start with option number A. Our option number A is X and V. X represents 10 and V represents 5. So the value of X and V is going to be 15, which is otherwise written as 10 plus 5. Let's go with option number B. It's X, I, X, and the way you can write this is 10 and 9, or 10 plus 9, 19. Let's see option number C, which is I, X, I, V. So the rule of Roman numbers is a smaller number cannot precede the number if it's more than 10 times the number. And if you see here 1 and then 10, then you have 4. So this cannot be 94. The ideal way of writing 94 would have been X, C, 1, I, V, which is 94. But then this is not the correct representation of 94. Let's look at option D, which is X, X, and then you have IV, which is your 4. So 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 4 is 24. So you are able to derive numerical values of all the 4 options that is given, except for the option C, which is not the correct numerical Roman number representation of the numeric 94. So our correct answer is option C, which is meaningless. Let's look at the question number 15. Here the question is 12,546 is 12,500 when rounded off to the nearest what? So let's write down the number first. It's 12,546. And the options are tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000. So let's start with the basic unit. Let's say 6. When you round off to the nearest units place, since it's 6, it's going to be a number larger than 10, which is like the answer for this is going to be 12,550, because 46 is bigger. It's like 46 is closer to 50, above 5, and this is the rounding of the nearest tens. Okay, now let's round off to the nearest hundreds. So 1, 2, 5, 4, 6, which is our original number, and we are trying to round off to the nearest hundreds, which is this. If you look at this, it's 546. 546 is lesser than 550 or 600 for that matter. So let's when you round it off, it's going to be 12,500. This is the nearest 100. Now let's try to round off to the nearest 1,000, which is 1, 2, 5, 4, 6, and then the 1,000 value is going to be this. And if you see, this number is greater than 2,500, so the nearest value is going to be higher than that, which is going to be 13,000. This is our thousands. And for the last time, let's write down the number and round it off to the nearest 10,000, which is going to be the entire number. But we are rounding off to the nearest 10,000. So since this number is less than 15,000, the value is going to be 10,000. This is our 10,000 rounding off. Now based on this, if you see, the closest number that comes to the round off of 12,500 is option B, which is 100. So this is your correct answer. Let's look at question number 16 of number sense. And here if you see the question number 16, it reads as which of the following is greatest. And if you see, all the 4 options are in Roman numbers. So we need to first determine the largest or the greatest number among all 4 of them. We need to first individually convert each Roman number into normal numericals. Let's do that. Let's start with the first one, which is D, X, L, V, I. So if you see, D represents 500. So we'll write it as 500. And then plus you have X and L. L is 50. But then you have an X which is before L, which is 10 minus 50, which is 40. Then you have 5, 6, 7, which is 7. So our first number is going to be 547. Let's go with second option. Let's convert the second Roman numbers into normal digits, which is C, D, L, I. So now C is, if you see C and D, C is 100 and D is 500. But since C is before D, you need to subtract 100 out of 500, which makes it 400. Plus L is going to be 50, and then you have 1 plus 1, which is 2, and the number is going to be 452. Now let's go to the next Roman number, which is going to be C M X C. So we know that M is 1000 and C is 100. But since C is before M, we need to subtract 100 from 1000, which is going to be 900. Plus C is 100 and 10 is before C, which means we need to subtract 10 out of 100, which is going to be 90. So the value is going to be 990. Now let's see the final option, which is C M L X V I. So here we know that M is 1000, C is 100. So since C is before 1000, let's write 1000 minus 100, which is 900, plus L is 50. Let's write 50, plus we have 10, which is X. So let's write 10, and then we have 5, which is V, plus we have 1, which is here. Or you can totally write this as 6, either ways. Now let's add it up, which is 900 plus 50 is 950, plus 10 is 960, plus 5 is 965, plus 1 is 966. Now let's see all the 4 options that we got after converting Roman numbers into normal digits. It's 547, 452, 990 and 466. So we have to find the greatest number. The greatest number obviously is going to be 990, which is option C. So option C is the correct option. Now let's look at question number 17. The question reads as round off 34,519 to the nearest 1000. What you need to do is, let's identify the value of the face value of the number at the thousands place. Let's write down the number first, which is 3, 4, 5, 1 and 9. So this is our units place or ones place. This is tenths place. This is at the hundreds place. 4 is at the thousands place. Okay, and 3 is at the 10,000s place value. So as you can see, the question says that round off to the nearest 10,000. So the value of the face value of the number at the 10,000 is 4. Okay, let's look at the value of the number at the hundreds position, which is 5. So based on the rules of rounding off, if the number is 5 or greater than 5, you can round it off to the higher number, which in this case 4,519 will become 5,000, which can be written as 3, 5, 0, 0, 0. So if you see, this is the closest round off to this number 34519, and the option here is option B, which is correct. Let's try to solve question number 18. Let's look at the question. which should not be placed in the box to have the number in order from the greatest to the least. If you see, what they say is there is an empty box here and the order should be from greatest to least. So there are two ways to solve this problem. Let's see. What we can do is, if you see the last option, which is 2, 3, 4, 1, we can try to find a number that is bigger than this number will fit in here properly. But when you see at the options, 2, 4, 3, 1 is greater than 2, 3, 4, 1. 3, 2, 4, 1 is greater than 2, 3, 4, 1. 5, 6, 1, 1 is greater than 2, 3, 4, 1. And 5, 9, 4, 6 is greater than 2, 3, 4, 1. So we have to, so this, according to the last option, if we try to see the last number and try to fit the answer, all four of them fits properly, but we have to find a unique number. So let's choose a number that is smaller than 5642 and greater than 2341. So let's try to see our option and try to see which one fits in perfectly. Let's say option number A is 2431. 2431 can be put in this box because this is less than 5641 and greater than 2341. Let's say option number B, the option is 3241. Option number B, 2341 is less than 5642 and greater than 2341. Now let's go to option number C. Option number C is 5611. This is less than 5642, which is eligibility for our answer, and greater than 2341. Let's see the last option, D, 5946. Here this number is greater than 5642 and is greater than 2341. So here one of the conditions is not completing, hence option D is not to be placed in the box in order to form a sequence which is greater to the least. Let's look at the question number 19. If you see the question, it says, which of the following is same as 80,403 or 80403? Let's break down the question, the number in the question, which is 80403. Let's map the face value with the place value of each of the digits. Let's start from left to right. This is 8, the first. So if you see, this is ones, tens, 100, 1000 and 10,000. So 8 into 10,000, which gives us 80,000. The next number is 0 at the thousands place. So 0 into 1000, which is going to be 0. Then you have the number 4, which is at the hundreds place. So you multiply it with 100 and you get 400. And then again you have 0 in the tens place, which you multiply it with 10 and the result is going to be 0. Finally, in the units place we have 3. So 3 multiplied by 1, which is 3. Now Let's write this expanded form together by adding plus, which is 80,000 plus, we can omit the 0 and write 400 plus, omit the 0 and write 3. Based on this, the correct option is option D. The other way of solving this question is to write each of the expanded forms in the option into a simpler form and then find the value and see which one is matching 80403, which is going to be a lengthy process. That's the reason why we are opting for a shorter solution. Let's look at the question number 20. So the question reads as the smallest 5-digit number formed by using all the given digits each only once is. So if you read the question correctly, you will find out that we have to find the 5-digit number. We have to make sure that the numbers do not repeat. It's used only once. So let's write down the given number, which you see here. It's going to be let's write down first the number, which is 46302. Since they want us to find the smallest number, let's write all these numbers in ascending order. Let's write down with the first smallest number, which is 0, then it's 2, then it's 3, then it's 4, and finally it is 6. So if you see this number, the number starts with 0, which is not possible. You cannot start a number with 0. Let's start a number with the next smallest digit, which is 2, and then write 0, which is the smallest number, and then the next smallest number, which is 3, and then it's 4, and then it is 6. Now the number that's formed is 20346. Let's look at the options and see which is the closest number to 20346, which is option D. That is your correct answer.